All right, kids, we're going to begin the lesson here. I'm going to give you a little bit of time here to copy this down. The topic for tonight are proofs without diagrams. Somewhat difficult because you need to create your own drawing. Your drawing's got to be accurate with what you're given. So why don't you take a minute, hit the pause button, go ahead and copy these notes down, and then we'll show you how to handle proofs without any diagram given. Okay, hopefully you've gotten all these notes. Let's start with what we're looking at here in number 1. You know, sometimes we are asked to prove a statement is true, but they don't give us a picture. They don't give us a drawing. And so in these situations, it's going to be a lot easier for you to have a drawing, but it's going to have to be one that you create using the information that's given. And of course, we don't want to make any inaccurate assumptions. We don't want to list something as being true that wasn't given to us. So you're going to begin by creating a drawing using the information. You're going to label the drawing using the points for vertices that you're given. If the statement is asking you to prove, for example, that a triangle is isosceles, then you're going to have to draw an isosceles triangle. You can't have a triangle drawn that's not isosceles and use that picture to prove that the triangle is isosceles. So you're going to have to, make your drawing mimic what you're being asked to prove. Then you go ahead and write your given and write your conclusion by using the drawing. You cannot write down what you're given if you don't have a drawing, because you don't know what to say, which segments are congruent. You don't know how to state if a ray is a bisector because you don't have a picture of a ray yet. And so you've got to do the drawing first and then fill in the given and the conclusions. Let's take a look at page 179, number 8. It says, if the median to the side of a triangle is also an altitude, then the triangle is isosceles. So that means we are going to have to draw a triangle that is isosceles. So I'm going to start off by doing that. See how we do here. And we need some labels for this. So we'll just go real generic here. We'll just call this vertex A, and we'll call the base angles of the isosceles B and C. And then it says if we have a median that's also an altitude. So I'm going to draw a median that goes from A down to BC. Now remember what medians do. They divide one side of a triangle into two congruent segments. So I've got to draw this so it looks like it's a median. We'll call that D. And then I've also got to draw it so it looks like it's perpendicular. And that looks pretty good. Now, let's find out what we're going to actually write down as our given. We are given the triangle has a median, and the median is also an altitude. So I'm going to write over here, given AD is a, whoops, it's not that. AD is a median to segment BC. And AD is an altitude to BC. Now our conclusion, we're trying to prove that triangle ABC is isosceles. Well, let's take a look at that. We need to put some ticks and arcs in there that are going to help us prove this. First of all, in order for a triangle to be isos, they need to have either two sides congruent or two angles. Let's see what this information gives us. Medians give us one side of a triangle being divided into two congruent segments. So we should be able to state that BD and CD are congruent after we state our first given. Altitudes give us right angles. So we should be able to state that angle ADC and angle ADB are right angles because of the second given. And of course, right angles are congruent. And then we got our buddy, reflexive. He's our best friend. He's always there. So we've got, it looks like if we can just state the segments that are congruent and the angles that are right angles and the reflexive, it looks like we should be able to get these two triangles, ADC and ADB, congruent because of side angle side. And if they're congruent because of side angle side, then we should be able to state that AB is congruent to AC because of CPCTC. So this is going to be CPCTC, and then this step here is going to be true because if ticks, the triangle is isosceles. Now, just so we know here and we're clear, we could have stated the base angles were congruent instead. We could have stated angle B and angle C are congruent because of CPCTC. And if that's the case, then we would have had the triangle isosceles because if arcs, the triangle is isosceles. That's what we're going to be doing when you come in tomorrow. Go ahead and finish number 8 up tonight after you write your notes, and then we'll take a look at it tomorrow. And then we're only going to do a couple more problems in class, just 1 or 2 more, to help you with this concept of proving without diagrams. Hope your lesson goes great. Hope you have a great evening. Take care.